Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hello to my lecturer, Mr. Najib. So now my friend and I will present about the port documentation and procedure. First of all, I will introduce myself first. My name is Muhammad Haikal Daniel bin Muhammad Haimi, and my metric number is 10DLS20F1024. And my group member's name is Muhammad Zulhadi bin Mustafa, Muhammad Farizwan bin Mangso, and the last one is Muhammad Azrul Aizam bin Azwari. Now I will talk about the procedure for vessel berthing according to the port requirement. So first of all, we need to know what is berthing. Berthing is a process of mooring a ship alongside a port or harbour with mooring rope. So berthing process is bringing the vessel to the berth part to make all the process and anything related to the vessel, like loading and unloading, to be done there. Anybody who involved in this process, like the master, officer, the crew, as well as the excellent teamwork with the rope runner and the mooring party ashore, need to be experienced, knowledgeable, and also skillful to do this process, which means the berthing process. In order for vessel for berthing at the country's water, there are a certain procedure that the vessel side need to follow to make sure this process become more easier and faster. So first of all, they need to have a pre-arrival notification document and need to be submitted to the port authorities at the countries that the vessel want to berthing. This is because according to the section 2490 in the bracket 1 of the Merchant Shipping Ordinance of 1952, every master of a ship must report to the Maritime Transport Security Officer prior to entering any designated marine facility within a maritime transport security area and need to follow the prescribed procedure. A ship will be prohibited or restricted from entering the maritime transport safety area if they don't follow the procedure that has been stated by the Maritime Ministry. The type of vessel or ship that will be restricted or prohibited from entering the country waters is if the vessel or ship carrying goods that are prohibited under UN directive, and also if the vessel or ship do not have a complete or valid international ship safety certificate. All of this type of vessel will be restricted from entering the country because the vessel do not follow the procedure that have been set for anyone who want to berthing the vessel in a country. In addition, they are also have a general berthing procedure for vessel. So for this part, they have a many factor will influence the berthing procedure. So the first is ocean current or ocean condition, wind, tug, fender, size of vessel, and displacement of vessel. All of these factors will influence the process whenever the vessel wants to berthing. The first step in berthing procedure is the vessel will reach the berth at 20-degree angle. The ship or vessel will be driven in that way to make sure the speed will reach 1 or 2 knots, and the front part of the vessel is about 10 meters away from the cross line. Next, tug will be used to keep the vessel from colliding the jetty. Then the vessel is brought to a halt by reversing the engine of the vessel. The vessel will be pushed toward the jetty by the aft tug. When the approach speed exceeds 0.2, tug are used to slow down the speed. The vessel, when the vessel properly positioned using the rudder and engine of the vessel a few meters away from the jetty. Once in the position, tug and mooring rope will be used to bring the vessel alongside. Modern tugboat with azimuth propeller can push or pull the vessel without changing the vessel position. So that's all from me. We will continue with the next presenter.
My name is Muhammad Hadi bin Mustafa and my matrix number is LS20F1017. Now I will continue to present about the diagram flow of vessel berthing process. The first step of vessel berthing process is the ship's master must give a report to the Maritime Transport Security Officer before entering into any port. This is to notify the port authority about the coming of the vessel. And second, before the vessel berthing at the port, the shipmaster must prepare the pre-arrival notification form to the port master to give an information about the vessel. And third, the port master must declare the pre-arrival notification form that are presented by the shipmaster. Then, the fourth, the shipmaster also need to prepare the International Ship Code (ISBS) code for set of measure to enhance the security of vessel and ports. This is to make sure the safety and the security of vessel and also the security and safety of port itself. And then the next step is to avoid the vessel prohibit from entering the ports. Shipmaster must prepare the International Ship Security Certificate. This is to satisfy the port authority to make sure to give a permission to the vessel to entering into the port. And then the other step, after the vessel pass all the documents that required by port authority, the vessel will guided by the pilot edge to the berthing area. And then the next step, the harbour master must choose the suitable berth area according to the type of the vessel and the type of cargo that bring by the vessel. Next, then the tugboat will pull the vessel near the berth and push the vessel bow against the side of vessel to move the vessel close to the berth. So the vessel no need to use the engine because the tugboat will assist them will assist the vessel to get close to the post. And then the next step, after the vessel is in a proper position, the vessel will moor to prevent the vessel from moving. The vessel will secure using the mooring ropes or chains and also cable. This is to make sure the vessel will not moving to anywhere and hit the berthing area or the other vessel at the berthing area. And the last step is the vessel will continue with the cargo operation where it, it can make the activity like loading the cargo or unloading the cargo. So that's all from me. We will continue to the other presentation.
My name is Muhammad Farizan bin Mansur. My matrix number is 10DLS20F1013. In this slide, I will present about the movement of cargo process and procedure. First process is the importers prepare necessary document, including collecting shipping document from bank. Then, PIA approve import permit. Next is importers instruct forwarding agents to clear cargo together with a supporting document such as bill of lading, permit, and invoice. And then forwarding agents perform document preparation if instructed by importers. Forwarding agents submit K1 electronical through SMK DNT interface. Forwarding agents submit K1 and integrated import document and then forwarding agent apply permit. Shipping agent send the manifest like ocean bill of lading to custom within 24 hours of arrival of vessel in accordance with section 52 custom act. Shipping agent to realize delivery order DO in exchange of original bill of lading. Shipping agent submit DG declaration dangerous good if applicable. Forwarding agent pays import duty on behalf of importer via electronic fund transfer, duty nets, and manual truth check or bank draft. Furthermore, custom computer system automatically processes and register K1 and send response back to forwarding agents with registration number. Next process is custom receive from K1 and supporting document for the custom clearance. Basic document like such as invoice and IID. The supporting documents such as permit, surveyor, quantity report, terminal operator, quantity report, not and then is assessment of goods by senior custom officer to determine duties or tax payable, which includes the following process, which is a verification of particularly declared against supporting document, classification or valuation approval. Then is collection of duty payment by custom. Next is the after all documentation cargo done, cargo can discharge from the vessel. Next is the physical inspection of cargo by custom. Next is custom will grant approval in SMK. Then is custom receive the K1 and senior custom officer sign of the K1 form to authorize release of cargo. Applicable of federal transaction if paperless and transaction. Printing of custom official receipt COR. And then is port operator receive document from forwarding agents. Port operator verify receive goods and from vessel. Port operator collect port charge. And then is terminal operator pays port charge to port operator. And lastly is importer receive cargo. And then is the importer arrange transport for goods collection
And last but not least is importer collect goods. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, hello, my name is Muhammad Raizam. I will present about example of document needed in pursuing the cargo movement. Okay, first document is bill of lading. Bill of lading is a document prepared by the shipping agency for the goods ship for transportation from one point to another point and is issued by the representative of the carrier vessel such as carrier master or the agent on behalf of the carrier master. This bill of lading shows status of progress shipment and condition of goods. So it have a two condition of good. First, clean and cloth. Clean is everything in goods, and cloth have a damage in goods. So we go to next document. Ocean bill of lading. An ocean bill of lading is a document required for the transportation of goods overseas across international waters. It is used when the shipper decides to release ownership of the cargo immediately. When the shipment is loaded, the shipper receives a seaway bill simply as a reference. In this case, there is no one obligated to submit any additional document to the carrier and therefore the goods are released as soon as it's available at the port. So, next document. Airway bill. Airway bill make sure that the goods have been received for shipment by air. It show goods and evidence of the contract of carriage, but it is not a document of title to the goods. So it also cover transport from airport to another airport. So next slide. Packing list. Packing list is a document that needs to describe the detail of each goods package in the shipment. The content of the package, the content of the packing list indicates the type of packaging used in shipment. So next, it must include quantity of shipment. So next slide. Commercial invoice. This document serves for custom to determine the true value of good when assessing custom duties issued by a seller to the buyer, indicating the product, processing quantity, and agreed price for product or service the seller has provided to the buyer. So next slide. Certificate of origin. The certificate of origin is required by the custom authority of the importing country for the purpose of imposing import duty. Uh, It's also a document attesting that goods in a particular export shipment are wholly obtained or produced or manufactured or processed in a particular country. So next slide. Letter of credit can be defined as an instrument usually used by a bank at the request and for the account of its client, which indicates that the bank agreed to pay the name before a sum of the money. So for letter of credit, we need to pay first before the goods can take. So next slide is import and export permit. A license issued to exporter by government to permit them to export certain goods to certain country that we call as this export permit. Uh, Import permit is a permit that allow an importer to bring in a specific quantity of certain goods during a specific period and duration of the permit. So, this import and export permit is very important to make sure the goods and cargo can take can take for the port, can take out for the uh, for the port. Next slide. Custom form K1. This custom form K1 is used for declaration of imported goods for other country. So next slide is inspection certificate. This document can be certified the condition relating to the quality control and inspection as applicable to it and its certificate export worthy. The detail and identify of the party providing the inspection should be mentioned in the certificate. Next slide. Cargo Insurance Certificate. The purpose of the Cargo Insurance Certificate grade is to cover the loss or damage of ships, cargo, terminal and any transport or cargo by which property is transferred, acquired or held between the point of origin and final destination. So that's all for me. Thank you so much for your time and have a good